Greetings, friends. I have a special message for you today. The name of this message is entitled Overcoming Evil with Love. And before I went to Desert Storm as a United States Marine, I had to learn a formal Arabic greeting in case I ran into an Arab or a Muslim person as a friendly. And that greeting is Assalamu alaikum. And that means peace be unto you. And the appropriate response to such a greeting is typically Lega Assalam, which means upon you be peace. Now, today I learned what the word Hamas means.
Hamas is an Arabic word that means zeal. It's also a Hebrew word in the Bible that means violence.
I don't know if some of you knew this or aware, but the Bible actually speaks about Hamas. And not just once or twice. It's mentioned over 60 times. And the Hebrew word Hamas in the Old Testament is most frequently translated as violence. Now, words are what we use to communicate with each other every day. And we use words on a daily basis. We read them, we speak them, and we think about the words we say. But sometimes we don't think about what we say. They just come out and they're influenced by emotions at the time that we say them. But some words are more powerful than you may think. Now, I want you to think of it this way. God did not merely create the world. Some people think that in the book of Genesis that God just created the world. No, he spoke the world into existence. As a matter of fact, it tells us in Genesis 1, chapter 3, it says, "And God said, let there be light, and there was light." Furthermore, in Genesis 1, chapter 27, it reminds us, "So God created man in his own image. The image of God he created in him. Male and female he created them." Which means, if you put these two verses together, that our words have the same containers of power as God's. We can either build or destroy with our words. Now, some words that we've been hearing come out in our media and we see on TV, pro-Palestinian protesters and people shouting things like, "We are Hamas," and "Long live Hamas." Do they even really know what they're saying?
Jesus says that when he returns, it will be like the days of Noah. The same demonic spirit of Hamas was at work, not just in the days of Noah, but in the next book of the Bible, the book of Exodus. And what happened in that day, the government decreed infanticide, murder against the Jewish Hebrew boys, slaughtered them en masse. Hamas is an ancient demonic spirit that is now risen in the earth.
So the question that I have for you today is, how do you make peace with hate? There's dark forces in our world right now that are attempting to pollute our minds with lies and hatred to keep us from walking in the truth. So quickly, how can we escape that hate-filled attitude of this world? 1, stop watching and listening to hate-filled TV programs and news. 2, look for the best in each other and treat each other the way that you want to be treated. 3, ask God for peace, peace in your heart. Guard your mind. Number 4, guard your mind against negativity in your thinking. 5, be thankful. And 6, and probably most importantly, share the love of Christ everywhere you go. According to Romans 12:21, Christians should overcome evil with good, not repay evil with evil. Jesus is an example of this, as he didn't retaliate when he was insulted or make threats when he was suffering, and instead he trusted God's justice. Jesus also submitted to the evil of his captors, which conquered sin, Satan, and eventually he overcame the grave and death. Jesus taught us that love is the foundation for overcoming evil, saying, love God with all your heart, soul, and mind and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. And this includes loving one another and even your enemies. In John 15:12-13, he commands us Love each other as I have loved you. So, friends, I have a message for you today. Don't be filled with hate today. And don't repay evil with evil. Spread the love of Jesus everywhere you go. Peace of Christ to you all today.